Welcome back to 843 TV. We are now joined by Bob Stevens. Welcome, Bob.
Wayne, good to see you.
Bob is the president of Stevens Communications, also the host of Golf Center here on WHHI-TV, and the host of the Covert Air High School Football Bowl Series.
You got it out.
I did.
You got it right. Very good. Very good
Thanks
job.
for being here.
Oh, it's great to be here. It's great to be a part of the Low Country and with kids and sports in the Low Country.
Oh yeah, we're doing it all, aren't we?
Absolutely. We got a lot
Now,
going on.
Stevens Communications is your
Yes.
company.
Right.
Tell us about it and what you guys exactly do here in the Low Country.
Well, you guys is me.
Okay.
And it's I create content, which is what I do with Golf Center and,
Sure.
and with the Covert Air High School Football Bowl Series. But I also create content on multiple platforms for a lot of different people. I'm working with the Low Country Golf Course Owners Association, with the Hilton Head Bluffton Chamber of Commerce, creating some golf content for their websites. I blog for them and creating things that I hope bring apart more tourism to our area. I got to travel on the PGA Tour for the last 6 years doing radio for them, and for all the great places I got to go, Pebble Beach and Riviera and Muirfield Village, where they're playing the President's Cup, the best drive, the best 3 miles were coming over the bridge back to the Low Country.
That's something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a special place, and I love telling people about it.
That's cool.
Yep.
And so is that what drew you here to the Low Country, was just the beauty and the atmosphere?
I think, like a lot of people, I started coming down here on vacation. We had friends who had moved down here, and we would come and stay with them and sample the Low Country, and we said, boy, wouldn't this be a great place to retire? Well, I haven't retired yet.
It doesn't sound like it's coming anytime soon.
But I had the opportunity to come down before that, and I said, you know what? If we can make things go, if we can find a way to make a living, we're going to have a great life. That's what we've always said. And it is a great life here in the Low Country.
Not a bad place to live.
Not a bad place at all, particularly when you see the snowstorms going on in the Rockies right now. And I have relatives who live up in that area, and I said, well, yeah, it was in the 80s today. It wasn't bad at all.
Tell us about some of the interesting events you've covered during your broadcasting career.
Well, in golf, again, working for the PGA Tour most recently, I had a great time with that. Again, got to see some wonderful places, got to talk to a lot of wonderful people, from Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson on down to the local guys who play on the tour. Before that, I worked at ESPN for 6 years. I was a part of the, I think, the explosion of ESPN. Back when it was a whole lot of fun. I understand it's not quite as much fun now, but it was a great fun, great time. Got to cover a lot of things there, and then I've worked locally in Cleveland and in Oklahoma, where I went to college and grew up on the West Coast. So I've kind of been all over the country, and I've enjoyed every place I've been. That's the neat part. Is there are neat things about every place you go. As you mentioned, Ron, it's a lot about the people. And there are great people here in the Low Country, and our family's had a blast here.
There are few, if any, better areas in the country for golf and tennis than right here.
No question.
All year round.
Absolutely.
Well, as we mentioned earlier,
Yes.
you're now the host, excuse me, of the Golf Center on
Yes.
WHHI. So tell us a little bit about that for anyone who doesn't
Well, Chris
know already.
Chris Tremblay and I have a lot of fun with that show. Again, highlighting the local area golf scene and some of the great things that go on here. We talk a little national stuff, but I think it all ties back to what's going on locally, and with obviously the RBC heritage based here, and with so much great local golf, so many great golf courses, as you mentioned. I've never joined a club here because I don't want to pin myself in. No, you really don't.
You have options.
That's what
Go
Jamie
play all
said.
over the place.
Yeah, they're all over
That'll
the
get me in trouble with some of the individual owners, but it's just fun to go play all the different places around here and see all the different atmospheres. I mean, there is nothing better than time on a golf course. I happen to live on one, and walking the dog on the golf course in the morning is really the
Well, they're
highlight
all
of my
very
day.
different, which surprised me. And I'm not a golfer. That was new to me when I moved down here. But
Tennis courts are the same size. Football fields are the same size. Golf courses are all different.
Unique
There
design.
are no two holes in the Low Country that are the same.
No.
And that makes it fun.
No, and also, obviously, we're doing it's football season.
Yes.
We're doing the Covert Air High School Football Bowl Series. That you're our play-by-play guy, and we've been having some fun on Friday nights. How do you think it's going?
Oh, it's been terrific. Can we do any better than the Hilton Head Bluffton
Classic.
game?
Instant classic.
Yeah, I talked to the coaches at Goose Creek and Beaufort this week, and I mentioned to them that we had been to that, and they were asking me questions. How great was it? What was going on there? And it was a classic. Yeah, I think they'll be talking about that football game in both towns probably more in Hilton Head than in Bluffton because they won the game. But for years, because it was just so much fun, the place was full. There was an energy there, an energy you see at a lot of events in the Low Country. But boy, it was something magical, and to see the kids have such a great time.
Quite a turnaround after the results of recent years between those two.
And you know, kids get a knock all over the country. I think bad press, media, and whatever. And this really shows the better side of them and how they can really get fired up about working together to accomplish something, and it's terrific.
Yeah, and we've got, hey, there's 5 more weeks to go of the series, so we're excited about coming up. We got the Island Bowl, Hilton Head Prep and Hilton Head Christian. We got Bluffton and Beaufort, which should be a great game. So we're excited about the whole thing.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope folks take advantage of the opportunities, and there are a lot of them, to see the games on tape. And you know, someday we're going to do them live, and that'll be even, that'll be even more fun.
Yeah, it will be.
I've attended a few of the women's sports, which are equally good. The
Absolutely.
volleyball team at Bluffton is quite good,
yeah.
and seen some real
And
interesting
our varsity
sporting
girls
events.
basketball in the area is pretty good too.
Right.
Right.
Apparently their soccer team's pretty tough too.
Yeah.
Well,
I didn't realize how incredible all of the athletes are, and I know sometimes that everybody focuses on the boys' football because that's something everybody watches, but I mean, the girls are really holding their own.
Well, Hilton Head High won, I'm not sure what they named the cup, but it's the cup for the best athletic program in the state, you know, the most
pretty
successful,
impressive.
and Bluffton's right there with them.
Yeah.
It's going to be
We have a lot of incredible athletes in
Growing
the area, regardless
more
of what you're
kids,
interested in.
better athletes.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah.
Great. Well, that's all the time we have. Thanks for being here, Bob.
My
and that's all the
pleasure.
time we have for 843 TV. Thank you for watching, and we hope that you'll tune in next time for more 843 TV.
Where communities come to speak.